on how to help keep your dog from crashing at the door and jumping all over your guests. Now, the easiest way to go about helping your dog when somebody new is coming to the door is to give them something else to think about, something else to do. So what we're going to do tonight is teach Sierra a place, teach her a spot to go to in the room where she can sit and wait for our guests to come in. So it's always easiest to show your dog new stuff on leash because you have the most control of them when they are on leash. So we've got Sierra on leash here, and as you can see, we've pulled her bed out of the bedroom and we've placed it in a really good spot here in the living room. It's right across from the door, but not right next to it. That way she can still see people and we can still be in her line of sight without her being right on top of our guests as they enter. The first thing we need to do is help introduce place, make it mean something. For right now, place could be banana, for all she knows. It's nothing she's heard before. So using the leash and using a little bit of her kibble, I'm going to introduce place and show her where it is. Now I'm going to wait for Sierra to sit here and relax. I'm not going to ask her to sit, I'm not going to ask her to stay. All I want her to do is just hang out here at place. Now I'm going to expect from her that she wait here in place until I release her. Now instead of just using a verbal release like we do with a lot of other commands, we're actually going to use a tactile. We're going to use a physical release with her. That way she learns to wait until somebody comes and touches her to get out. Eventually, once you feel your dog is really getting the concept of going to place, you need to start working on yourself moving away from place. I'm still going to use the leash here. Gives me more control. And I'm just going to slowly back away from her. Now, as I mentioned before, Sierra has already gone through basic obedience, so she does know that stay command. But you'll notice I'm not going to use it in this case. I want place itself to be, go, hang out and wait, without using another obedience command. Now, if your dog hasn't previously gone through obedience training, this step might be a little bit more difficult for you, but just take it slow and remember, be patient. Further and further away here, and she is able to just hang out there in that place. The second that she starts to move to come off it, I'm ready to get in there, give her a correction, and just physically put her back on that place. Now I like to go by the two-paw rule, meaning that as soon as that second paw comes off of place, that's when they get the correction. A lot of times, your dog will just give up and lay down. Sometimes when they lay down, their paws hang out of place, but that's okay. Alright, so now that I think Sierra's really got a handle of going to place and waiting there while I back away, we're going to add in the true test. We're going to add in a guest knocking at our door and coming in. Now, I've had a friend of mine who knows what's going on, and it's always best to get somebody who knows what you're doing, because you might have to shut the door on them if your dog gets out of place. So if when John, our guest here, knocks and Sierra moves, I'm just going to shut the door and go right back to her. My focus for most of the time is going to be on her since she's still learning this process. Good girl in your place. Now I am going to hold just a piece of kibble out there to just kind of entice her to pay attention with me. Very good girl in your place. Alright, let's get up. Who's here? Good girl. So I'm going to back up so she knows that I'm still paying attention to her. I expect her to focus on me since I'm still focused on her. Good place, Sierra. Hello, come on in. Good girl. Now, if she were to move at this moment, I'd ask my guest to go right back out and start the whole knock process over. I'm going to go over to her since she's done so well. Give her her treat. Good girl. Give her lots of praise and let her now go greet. Just remember to be patient and have fun training with your dog. See you next time.